Hey guys, just doing a quick Valentine's Day 10-minute special. So here we go. Valentine's Day, more like how about I download Candy Crush and play it basically for a year so I can't feel anything, I just think about the candy. Valentine's Day, more like, why don't I go shopping so at least I'm single with my Gucci on. Stuff like that. Why do we need a day to remember that either you love someone or that no one loves you? Isn't that just Friday when you can see if you got a text or not from your significant other? I had my first kiss pretty late, and basically, my first kiss was actually a stage kiss with a bald guy. And then, as well as that, I feel like I lost my virginity a little bit later than my peers. I just turned 19, and that's sad, because I got my period so young. I got my period when I was 10, so it's like, the sooner you become a woman, so to speak, don't you think you should have sex younger? I bet that's what some of these guys are thinking, some of the pervert guys, pedophiles. And I'm not pro-pedophile, but, that's interesting. St. Valentine's is a god or something. So what, now we're all pagan again? Oh, people hate Jews. No, people hate pagans. And yet their culture perseveres. Why don't we have a Moses Day where we all have to walk into the sea? Something like that. What can I say? I'm single this Valentine's Day, and I'll probably also be single on St. Patrick's Day, but I bet a bunch of you guys are wishing that you were going to be single on St. Patrick's Day, because everyone's going to be so drunk, so that if you look like shit, you could still have sex. Something like this. My mom is sending me chocolates. She gives me a care package every year. Oh, thanks, Mom. Not, how about instead of sending me chocolate, you pay off my student loan debt? How crazy would it be if every year for your birthday, someone just paid off your student loan debt? Happy half birthday. Here's half your student loan debt paid off. What's my, Valentine's Day, you're thinking, oh, what's my ideal date? My ideal date is getting into a car crash, because at the hospital they have to take care of you, even if you are not a good person. And I think that's why I go to the hospital so much, is because I just want to be taken care of, because as a child, one of my primary caretakers was abusive. And so, for some people, maybe Valentine's Day is like, I don't know if it's a worldwide holiday. I think it is. Don't you think that war should just stop on Valentine's Day? I mean, seriously. Like, let's love each other, not hate. It's like John Lennon once said. Imagine a world where something like that. How about imagine a world where, at least on Valentine's Day, Russia isn't bombing Ukraine? And I'm not trying to get political, but that is something interesting to think about. Someone DM'd me asking me to do a Valentine's Day special, and so I agreed to it, but it makes me wonder, what else would I agree to if someone DM'd me? Or nothing bad, I'm just wondering. I moved into my own apartment recently, living alone. Let me just say, it would be cheaper if I had a wife to be in an apartment, because we could split the damn rent. The rent's too damn high, How about you get a significant other who can share the cost of living with you? The capitalism wants us to be partnered up so that, the world order is, how about I join a polycule? Then my rent will be about 1/5 what it is now. Yes, polycules have it all figured out in terms of circumventing capitalism. As far as I'm concerned, polycules are socialist. So I'm dating, not really right now. But, I'm dating, and how many times in my life do you think I'm gonna have to try to explain to someone what my shtick is? And I feel like as time goes on, I'm actually just becoming a more muted version of myself. Pretty interesting. I keep changing my pictures on the dating apps. Meanwhile, no bites. So what do you guys think that's about? What am I? What do I look like shit? What do I look like shit? I think it's because maybe I'm growing my hair out and it's confusing people. Because it's like, is she mask or femme? I'll tell you what I am. Am I mask or femme? How about I'm a comedian? Okay? No, I can do better than that. Am I mask or femme? How about, am I mask or femme? How about I can't figure it out. Okay, so try something else. The big color for Valentine's Day is red. You know what else is red? Blood. Period blood. So what? I should have my period today? Get out of town. If I had my period today, my cycle would have been way too long this month. And that's not good. And by the way, I have to get iron infusions because my period's so heavy, I lose so much blood every month. And that feels like a your mama joke, your mama's period's so heavy, she probably has to go to the hospital to get iron infusions. Meanwhile, that's my life. Meanwhile, that's my life. At least this year I'm working during Valentine's Day, so I don't have that much time to think about how I'm alone, etc. I'm getting these ads for AI dating where it's like, you could be dating 8 girls right now and they're all in the computer. Yeah, that sounds weird. What am I gonna talk about? What do they know in the computer? Oh, how's traffic? I experience car traffic, they experience information data highway traffic. So maybe our lives are not so different. Meanwhile, I just learned that some people can only be sexually turned on by porn. Yeah, that sounds amazing to me. Because I don't like when people touch me sometimes. Yeah, when I was a kid, I went into the adults chat rooms, and so I wonder what the equivalent of that would be today, Maybe I'll work at an elderly home and they have the phones where you can only call your daughter or 911, but I reprogram their 911 calls to be, hello, what's your emergency? You're single on Valentine's Day? Me too. Some stores are having sales today, Valentine's Day sales. It feels like stores are always looking for an excuse to have a sale. There was a Chernobyl disaster in Ohio. Take 20% off the soap. And why are we talking about Chernobyl stuff in Ohio? That stuff is scary to me. It makes you think about how short life is and you should not be living alone. I want a wife so that if someone tries to break into my house and kills me, she's sleeping close to the door. They kill her first. I hear it. I have enough time to get out. Okay, thank you guys so much. Please book me on show because I can't keep doing this.